Hello everyone, Ghost Oracle here. Let's try this again. So the first voiceover I tried doing sounded like I was in a frickin' tin can. So here we are for round two. We're about a month late, but happy 2022. Finally got around to the first video of the year, even though it's already February. I got busy with stuff around the holidays and at the beginning of the new year, but now that things have settled down a bit, time to get the train back on the tracks. I was planning on posting some videos last month, but January kind of got away from me. I took a break for the holidays, had a bunch of training stuff for work going on, and I was also trying to sort out getting some major repairs done at my apartment. Playing way too much Cyberpunk 2077 in my free time. So yeah, been busy and not busy at all. Also, this time of year is my slow season for making art. I've still been drawing here and there, mostly sketching and things like that, but winter, for some reason, is just a really slow time for me. I feel really uninspired, unmotivated, and this basically happens every single year. And rather than trying to force myself to make big things and work on big projects, I just take it easy and roll with it. I think because I'm not making as much art, it's a good time to sort of find things to get inspired by. So that's primarily what I've been doing, as opposed to actually making stuff. But anyway, this is the final illustration for my Seance series. And I've also been wanting to update my profile picture and icon for a while. My previous one was just a little sketch on a piece of paper that I took a photo of and then just uploaded it everywhere. And while it wasn't a horrible picture, it was just a sketch on a piece of paper, and it was just okay. And I thought I could probably do better. I really liked the concept of my previous icon. I'm not sure if you saw it or if you've seen it, but it was basically an eyeball, and then there was a little ghost that was supposed to be reflected in the pupil of the eye. I'm not sure if it was like super apparent in that first icon I did, but I figured while I wanted to do my icon redesign, I could also combine it with the personal project, wrap up the personal project, the Seance series, and I thought it would be a good way to combine the two and then get two things done at the same time. So the Seance series was a project I started to help me get acquainted with the tablet I had gotten last summer, and as a way to sort of work on my digital art skills. I've posted a couple other videos related to the Seance series. I didn't upload all of those videos, mainly because some of them I just didn't record. I had some major issues with some of the drawings, and so I just either gave up on trying to record them because I was getting a little too frustrated making the actual piece, or I just completely forgot to record it and just didn't want to sweat it, so I didn't. But I'll link the videos that I do have related to this series down in the description. My plan for the series was to do a bunch of illustrations with similar stylistic elements and visual themes, just so I could get used to the workflow and tools that I had at my disposal in the Sketchbook app. And I wanted it to be a little spooky too. I know there are a lot of different like drawing apps out there, but I've just been using Sketchbook mainly because it's free. There are some features it's missing, but I think for now, just because I didn't really want to invest in high-powered app or software for my tablet, I think Sketchbook is just fine for some of these smaller projects that I'm working on. So the theme for this project was eyeballs. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with eyeballs. It's the one fucking thing I never get tired of drawing. I have a weird obsession with them. I don't know why. And I don't think it'll ever go away. So, a lot of these drawings were heavily inspired by the lover's eye portraits, if you've ever seen or heard of those before, but a lot of the well-to-do and affluent back in Europe, I think it was the 1800s, but basically what they do is they'd get commissioned portraits of just like eyeballs of their loved ones, and a lot of times they'd be like small framed pictures they would carry around, or they'd be eyes that went into lockets and things like that. Yeah, there was no names, no identifying features other than just the eyeballs. Kind of weird thing, but I think other inspirations for this, kind of like the Victorian spiritualism movement, some tarot card designs I've seen. Actually, the first illustration I did was really heavily inspired by some tattoos my boyfriend had gotten at the time. It was 2 different tattoos, but he'd gotten a coffin with an eyeball on it and another one that was just a key, and I thought they were super cool. So I was like, I'm just going to draw something with all of those things in it. And that ended up being Seance number 2. And I think out of all of the drawings that I did for this series, that one is still my favorite. It just, I don't know. I don't know if it was because it was the first one. I think it just came out the best, and it kind of set the benchmark for the rest of the series, which for most of them, I'm not sure if it ended up being quite as good as that second one. And I think, what was it? Seance number 4, I think, was one that I really struggled with. That one was the worst. That one, it's the one with the moon motif, and I don't have a video for that, but that one was just god awful. I ended up restarting it like 3 or 4 times. But anyway, this one's Seance number 5, and I actually really like how this one came out. It was fun to work on. The design is just really simple, but I think it worked. And I definitely think my favorite part is the little ghost reflected in the pupil. And the idea is that it's sort of an homage to my username, Ghost Oracle. So it's cute. Yeah, with the original icon I did, which is part of the reason why I wanted to redesign it, is you couldn't really tell it was a ghost. But with this icon, again, it's just kind of hard to see because it's a really small image. So the ghost is kind of a secret, which I think it makes it more fun and interesting. So if you're watching this video, you're in on the secret. So don't tell anyone else. You just gotta tell them to watch the video if they want to know the secret. But anyway, I basically just wanted this image to kind of look like a framed picture. And again, like the outside design is pretty flat, which was very intentional. Again, wanted to keep it simple, not too complicated. And I opted for a diamond frame just because rectangles are kind of boring sometimes. And a lot of the old vintage frames, if you've come across them, come in these really unique, ornate shapes, which is pretty fun. They definitely don't make picture frames like they used to. And for the design around the frame and then also around the eye, I basically just put the symmetry tool on and went to town. All of the patterns they're completely organic. I didn't have any plans or a set way of doing them. It was basically just lines going back and forth. So yeah, I just went in with the eraser and drew those lines. I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but most of my artwork is primarily black and white because I don't like coloring things. I get very little joy out of coloring things. It's a total chore, and so I don't do it. However, these illustrations aren't strictly black and white, They're more kind of like sepia tones, so I kind of wanted them to feel like old photographs. Can you hear the plane in the background? God, that plane is so loud. I'm gonna wait for the plane to go away. Be gone, plane. Ruining my voiceover. I guess at least it's not one of the jets. The jets are really fucking loud. Ah, boy. What was I talking about? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Anyway. I think that's it. I ran out of stuff to talk about. So, I'm just going to bounce for a little bit. I'll catch you all at the end of the video. hope you all enjoyed the format of the video. I included some over the shoulder shot. I thought that'd be a little bit more interesting. I think that came out pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of glare from the tablet screen, but I don't have a screen protector for it, and I'm actually not sure if I want one. So I gotta think about that. But yeah, these last few touch-ups, I'm basically cleaning up some of the layers that I had. I'm also doing some value checks. I added some texture layers at the very top towards the end, and it made it a little bit darker and the value's a bit muddier, so I had to go back in and kind of adjust. Make some adjustments in terms of dark and light spots. That way the eyeball would still pop. But yeah, that's the two layers that I've been adding have been kind of an ink blotch layer, which I actually made myself and then just scanned it into my computer. And then the other one is a paper texture that I also scanned and just uploaded on my computer. So, and then I just desaturate them and then adjust the opacity until it ends up being something that I like and fits. And then that's it. Look at the ghost. He's so cute. Boo. That plane is still flying. I can still hear it. It's further away. But this mic is pretty good. It picks up a lot of weird sounds. All right, and here is the final version of the drawing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you enjoyed it, loved it, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will catch you all later. So, happy hauntings, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.